But basically, if you look right here, uh, like right here, baby, to the corner, this little gap,
Mm-hmm.
I already knew that's where price could eventually get to. I didn't know it was going to gap, but I just knew that it would get here and stop here and kind of retrace back down. And the only reason why I knew it was going to do this is mainly because of like you can see at some point this whole area just broke this whole area, right? This whole area was broken. So
Mm-hmm.
I knew once price came back down into this area, you're gonna get a move to the upside. Some of that shit just be coming from just just be doing the shit, man. Just be doing it. Somebody can be trading for like a year, and I can tell them this shit, and they still won't even see it if they saw it, just cause they just haven't really been trading long enough to see like little shit like this, or they can see just little gaps like this. This don't gap like a motherfucker. Anyway, um, USD I don't know, compare something. USD.
Hello.
Yeah, baby.
Mm.
USDJPY. So, actually, bring it the monthly real quick. All right, so we just gonna analyze, USDJPY. So, what do we see? It's on 19. That shit 1979. A lot. God damn. Shit 1979. 1979.
Yeah.
Look, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Like this, if this bitch was here in 1979, this is 1971. There's no way in hell I think it's gonna get back up here. I'm sorry, like this has been a long time. This shit was before motherfucking. I don't know, man. This is back when they had white and black TV.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, there ain't nothing ever to tell me that I believe that this dollar's going up. Not like that, but I mean, what price is this? This is what, like 178? Yeah, right. All right, so I do think the dollar will get like somewhere up here again, but some point. Anyways, but why do we see the? Matter of fact, I do like this. So, baby, you see this right here. So, I want to show you why do we see this little move to the upside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or we see this move from, I guess, from right here. We see the move up, kind of down. You got the move up. So let's go back and let's see why we see that. Something this is very important. It's just called just sometimes looking at historical data. This is sometimes important. Just look at what has happened in the past. to see what's gonna happen in the future. Fuck, man, I gotta put this shit somewhere. Just blowing me. All right, let's go back to the monthly. So, oops, yes, fine. All right, so let's just draw a little line, like one, maybe a couple lines, or whatever, maybe like a price line or something. So I ain't gonna draw these damn zones. All right, so we on this monthly right now. So, all right. Mm, 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 mm. All right, you see that? You hear me?
Yeah.
All right, so does this well, let me zoom in real quick. Does this does this area make sense? Does it make sense why I drew a line right there?
I mean, I see why you drew it, but
You see why I drew it, right? Okay. All right. So this is the monthly. Remember, this is the monthly. So if you have rejection from here, here, and here, what do you think is going to happen right here? You know what I'm saying? You have areas of rejection from here, and this is on a monthly. This candle right here, it had to be a big candle to break, huge candle to break this. Huge. It's not like these small ones. These are huge candles breaking this. Big candles, big candles. So would it surprise me if it touched? It's like this. It's like if I drew a line right here, a line right here, even this whole little area of rejection. You got this part from right there. It's like and you see this big candle that broke through? So you already know this would have been just alone, just one whole phase alone, right?
hmm
2, 3. You have this area. He got the tap right there. So I'm showing you this is because I want you to notice the areas of rejection you see on the monthly. So if you see this on the monthly, then how is it not going to be powerful if we saw it on the week? You know, how is these rejections not going to be powerful when they actually finally just hit each other? So weekly now, you can see the weekly a little bit more clear, better than the monthly. You got this nice rejection here, nice rejection right here, nice rejection right here, rejection here. So this is why maybe why you may get a rejection right there. So, is you following me?
Yes.
All right. So we break it down. We can go down a little bit further. Let's just put this in a phase by itself, right there. We're gonna mark this off right where we get this area that just relieves this whole area right here. Right when it leaves this. That makes sense?
hmm
Alright. Alright, motherfucker. Oh. Let's see. If we side. Well, how about this? Yeah, I do like that. All right, so that's the phase. So, oops. All right, so let's just say this is our current phase right now. Let's just say we're in this little phase. This phase can probably go up, whatever, extend like that for example purposes. So we have this as our border. This let's say this is our border right here. Why, let's say this is our border. Let's say price finally comes out of this border, comes all the way down back into this area. So let's say we might be looking, for something in in that range, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how we do this. So we're gonna put this, zoom it in. So let's say this is our border right here, our border. So shit, motherfucker. Let's just say that maybe somewhere up here is our other border, our top border. I'm trading based on what's relevant currently right now. This is the area that's relevant,
Mm-hmm.
so that's what I'm looking at. This is our border right there. So obviously this move right here is gone. This is about 90. This is about an 80 pip move already gone to the upside. So maybe, baby, price. Oh shit! Let me delete this box then, because we won't start doing that bullshit. So let's say that's a zone right there, and let's just say this is a smaller zone right there. It's always better to always trade from the borders if you can. So let's go down to the 4 hour. Now, if we believe that this is our border, which I do think this could be our border based off the monthly. Prices already touched this area, so look for the USJPY to look for the JPY maybe to obviously push in a little bit and come out a little bit. Maybe get this double tap, one, two, three, a few taps into our zone. So is that a potential scenario? Yeah. So where are we looking to take this? Why? Or let's ask, why would we be looking to buy here? Well, we're looking to buy here. Let's see. Let's see if we can add a little bit confluence. Um, Even if I took this all the way from this top area, all the way right here. Oh shit. Actually, where am I coming from? I am coming from. I really want to draw from this low here to there, but I draw like this. That's fine. What Fibonacci do we have in confluence with this area? We got this 70.7 between a 61.8. Okay. Now let's go back. Got one, two. So I can draw a real small trend zone right there. So right now, you know, on the daily we're on a little downtrend on the daily chart. So for me, I really wasn't looking to buy. I was looking to buy this, but really, I was really looking for price. See, this is the difference between early entries and late entries. A late entry will be price coming here, and then coming there. That's a late entry.
Mhm.
Now it's okay, if you get pips, whatever. But when I'm at that border and I got maybe a Fibonacci, a zone, a nice demand zone, and also I'm at a border. I mean, that's pretty much enough for me. I don't really need too much. A lot. I don't need a whole lot. Now I'm gonna get rid of these little zones right there. The reason why is because I don't really trade at these little areas. I'm really looking to trade here or looking to trade here. And if my bias is to the upside, obviously if it comes out from here, I'll be looking forward to probably get maybe right here in the market, maybe somewhere right here and up like that. I wouldn't expect it to come all the way back down here. So what I'm basically saying, baby, is how do we know this is going to go up? Well, we don't. But if we go to a monthly, a high probability scenario, tells me that hey, this area is coming to a nice area of monthly rejection. So expect a rise in price, or I'll say a rejection in price from the previous area.
Mhm.
See, when you start waiting for patterns to form and all this other bullshit. All the price doing is going up, 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 up while you're waiting for all this to tell you something that you already clearly should be able to see. And if you get the scenario wrong, okay, cool, you lose 30 pips, whatever, move on. That's why I don't understand. It's just it's not a really big deal. This trend line is great. It keeps us in the daily. I mean, who knows? It might just come up like this, come to this little phase right here, and make a new low. But I feel like it's already done that. I actually feel like it's already made new lows. It was already here, here, all the way up to here. All these double taps, triple taps,
Mhm.
down. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it already did that. I feel like it already pushed it to its low. So what do we see? So for right now, if I want to get in a trade right now, I'll see this nice little high, and I get this broke right there. So soon as price gets here, I'll trade it right there and sell that right back down to the zone right there. That's an easy trade right there. That's a quick little, you know, a little 140 pip snack, like as Eddie would call it. Quick snack right there. But I don't really like to trade snacks a lot. But they're there. I just showed you one. Now, why is that area? Now, why would you sell there? Well, obviously, when price comes here and price breaks this area right here, this would become new supply right now.
Mhm.
It would become new supply, and once this test this area, look for this to come back down. But I feel like it's just come back down just to give us more opportunities to enter to break this again and go back up. And then once I feel like it does break this, look for it to come back down to the same area that once was supply, now forming as demand because of this. You look for this to go up. And that's all the market pretty much does for the most fucking part of the day. It does the same shit all day. Just you ever look at the charts, you can see it does the same shit all day. But that's how that will work if that was to happen like that. So I am going to be bearish on the USAPY temporarily to get set up on the buy, which is down here. So somebody did not get in the trade, or somebody, you know, missed out opportunity, then hey, shit happens. But your chance now, not you particularly, baby, but anybody's chance now to get set up on this would be ideally to take the sell right there to get back down to there to buy this back up. So that could be a potential. Obviously, he's going to get here. He's going to get there. 275, 100 and what's that? 300 and I don't know. Shit, 320 pips or something like that. Just off of pretty much one idea, one trade idea. So you follow me, baby?
Yes.
All right. So that's the USJPY. Basically, I wanted you to see the real high time frame approach to it and why I would even just why would I even want to buy right here? Because you might say, well, why did you not buy right here? Or why did you not buy up all the way up here? Why right here? Why not? Why not? Why, Sean? And I just basically told you, hey, we're at a monthly type area. So if price was to break through, then where could a potentially next area would be looking to find an area of rejection again? Well, we go back, reevaluate. Obviously, if it's not there, maybe it could be somewhat right down here. Market might want to push lower to right there. But I don't know. That's 102. It could potentially do that. I don't know. But I definitely do think that this is an area to start. Like this area right here is a great high probability scenario area at first. And I've already seen a rejection off of it. They could just be rejecting off it and come right back down. But I'm willing to take that chance and take a trade for it. If not, stops me out, reevaluate.
Yeah, I like that scenario though. I really do. I like it. I think he got you one right there.
That's what's up. And hopefully with let me go back. Hopefully with what I've showed you as far as hold on.
Market structure.
Yeah, hopefully what I showed you, even with market structure, you're able to understand exactly um exactly where the supply comes in right here and why this supply right there. Why would it obviously how would it what would it have to do to make demand in order for it to to do this and go up? That whole inverted head shoulders, what I'm saying, you'll see why it did that. Um it's kind of like,
Yeah,
huh?
I say yes. I do. I know exactly why you did it. I mean, pretty much what I have been studying. So I mean, just based on that market structure, I mean, it's only right to really just set up for the bullish move on there. But like you said, you can get that snack, for 100 and 100 and what 90, 100 and something pips to the downside just to set up for the bullish move to the upside. But I see exactly why you would, definitely trade it like that.
Yeah. Okay, baby.
I'm blessed to see that and know that.
I know, right? I'm, I'm just, doing what I typically do, drawing and talking and teaching and shit, because it's like second nature. But
Yeah,
it's good. It's good that you see it. That's all that matters to me. Cause
of course.
as you know.
It's clear market structure right there. I mean, shoot, breaking demand and pulling back to it, and now it's serving as supply.
Hmm.
Even that's just on that snack sale. Then when you get down there to, the actual initial move, I mean, you got that border there. And that pretty much serving as demand. So yeah, that's clear as day, baby. Clear as day, blue sky.
You don't even. It's funny because you don't even have to like to draw. You don't have to draw a lot of stuff on here. Like no bullshit, baby. Like come on, I didn't even really need that Fibonacci on there, but I do
Yeah,
that.
it's a visual.
Like honestly, I wouldn't do that on there if it was on the computer. I wasn't gonna draw that. I forgot about it. I totally forgot. I was like, oh shit, let me draw this. Let me draw a little bit of full one. But a lot of times, I don't really need it. You know what I'm saying? I don't need it. All I need is zones. Like I just need supply and demand, order flow, which is supply and demand is zones and order flow. Order flow was this. This is order flow. This is the difference between so like this right here is supply. Well, no, it's not. Take that back. Take that back. Hold on. All right. So just always want you to don't get it mixed up. Like this right here is let's say like a zone, right? Like a demand zone, or like I'm sorry. Like this could be this is I'm sorry, this is an original zone. So an original zone could be used as a supply or demand zone. An original zone means that price has been tested there more than once. So what I drew was a fresh zone. So that's why. So this right here, this demand zone, this is demand. This is a supply and demand zone. But order flow is this. This is the order flow portion of it. When you see this move and you see this right there, that's order flow right there. Order flow just means this is where an influx of buyers, sellers, or whatever are here in this area. You know what I'm saying? So it's like obviously demand was taken out from supply. That's order flow. You know what I'm saying? And obviously this is just supply and demand is areas of rejection where orders are sitting on the exchange. But the the order flow of the market is nothing but this. You just see prices being taken out. And you're seeing like you're seeing like demand form and supply form just as the market moves. Some supply is heavier than others, some demand is heavier than others. Like this zone right here is a monthly original zone. All right, next. So, like I said, we don't need a lot of lines. We don't need a lot of. We just don't need a lot of shit to chart. I mean, you can draw the phases. I do that too sometimes. Sometimes, just sometimes. It just depends. So we're at the Euro USD. All right, so we're still bullish, obviously, in the Euro USD until it tells us otherwise. But what's the area that you can see? So here we got this area right there, but that's already been obviously tested right there on that Euro USD. What's another area? Um, hmm, we have an area. We have rejection here, and here, and here, and here. So this whole little area right there will be fine because it's kind of coincides with this. Okay, that's fine. So that's what I see. So let's go ahead and draw this because if you put this, you can put this in a good little phase right there. So let's just say this whole area, this whole candle, that right there is our border. I already told, I already said, hey, I'm already bullish on this because obviously I'm waiting for the market to show me otherwise. So then, I'm just going to remain the same until it tells me to not do it anymore. All right, so this is going to be our top area. It's going to be our top border. No, not really, but it's really, well, let's see, this doesn't have an actual place yet. So this is an area where I'm just looking to just either get out of a trade or to potentially look for a sell scenario. But I mean, I'm going to take it because obviously the market's bullish. But I like to draw the charts out. I need to look at the news. I look at the news. But make this red. All right, so there you go. Now cross that in. All right, let's go to the weekly. So it looks a little far away. Looks a little far, but this is really an area. Yeah, this is a good little area. All right, so what do we see? You see what I see. You see this little phase right here, and then you have this phase so far right there. I don't think price is ready to come down just yet. I still think it's got some more to go, just based on what I'm looking at. So let's go down to the daily now. How many zones do I really need, baby? Do I need a whole bunch of zones? Not really. You have something. Sometimes I call them big zones. Like these are really huge zones right here to me. Huge
Mm-hmm.
here. Even this area right here could be, a good little zone only because that's just the highest it's gone so far in this little phase. But it could be like a real small zone. But this is our border. These are big ones. So do I want to draw a zone here? No, not really. Where's this at? This is at 21, this is at 23. You could, but the reason why I don't do that is only because you just never know in a way if you do this, or even if you do this sometimes, you can do this. And I've done this too in the past, but the problem really with this is you don't know if it's gonna do this or do this. You get
Mm-hmm.
no clue. Like you just don't even know. You just don't know. That's why it's always easier to buy from borders, around the borders, whatever. But let's look at it right now. So let's take this zone out. We don't need that zone. We don't need that. We can just keep this, this, and this. So what has happened so far? What is our most relevant information? So let's draw a little trend line. Actually, keep that. You can draw from here to there because that's two. That's a more recent trend zone, or recent trend line, I'll say. So what has happened, baby? Prices come out this zone. We see that it made this. We see that it's giving us a nice little phase. We see that price came here, touched this area, came up, came down. Obviously, right there. Came to that wick, came right back up. Doesn't always do this. Sometimes it goes all the way down here, comes up. So don't ever see this and say, oh, it goes to the wick. I'm gonna just nah. You just never know. Really, you would never want to trade here. You should already be from here or here, not from here, not from here. Like you just don't know. Like that's just in the middle of a noise. So then you get the rally back up. Obviously, it makes its higher highs. Then you see the breaking obviously see the break instruction right there. And obviously it comes down to here again, matching this little phase in this area right here. And you get the buy right back up, making another high. Now prices come down. Prices come all the way back down. Not exactly touching this zone, but obviously it's close enough. So let's zoom in a little bit. So this would have been obviously an ideal area to buy. But what do you got? You got the price coming all the way up here. You see price down, you see price up, and then you see it up. This is where we're at right now. Technically, right here. So technically, really, we're like this is when they opened up gap. So price hasn't exactly broke this area right here. Hasn't exactly did it. So what I'm looking for, if it's to happen, is for price to come down here. So two things I'm looking for with this. Obviously, if price comes down here, we get this nice break right there. So we're gonna basically look for an entry somewhere. If we were to enter here, it'll be somewhere right there. Just to take this down. That's the area that you would get set up on if that scenario was to happen. But from right here, price came up, price basically formed this little M, whatever, and that's obviously it failed to break that. So we'll see what happens. Right now, I am bearish on. Well, I'm really bullish on it, but bearish long term. Right now, bullish long term until it tells me to fucking sell. So right now, it's still telling me to buy. It's still telling me to buy this, not telling me to sell it yet. But what do we have to the left of this? What's here? Here, high. All this is right here. So just always pay attention to this, baby. This whole phase is right there. This whole little phase. This area right here has not broken this. Look at this. Rejection, 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 more rejection, more rejection. So what do you think is potentially going to happen? Most likely, you're probably going to see this. You're probably going to see a decline. It just failed to reject all in this area. Unless you see this breaking the zone, you're going to see a decline. See it breaking the zone, it's going to go to the upside. Why? Why is it going to go to the upside, Sean? Because obviously, if price was to break this area, it would have to go into the zone to do it. It would have to come down and come into that area. So what happens when it comes in and breaks this area? Now this area is here. Now this area becomes right here. Now that area at that point comes here now. It comes there. That makes sense?
Yep.
All right. But if I had to call it, from what I see now, I see this is probably going to give you some type of bearish move, a little bit of bearish move. We shall see. But it wouldn't surprise me it wouldn't surprise me if all this area right here was just respected right there. It wouldn't surprise me, but you just never know. So right now, I wouldn't have anything in the Euro USD unless it was a sell from right here, and maybe to sell this down to eventually buy it back up. We'll see. But right now, there's not an area. Those are areas that I would enter if they were to happen. But from the USAPY, that was at a more available scenario right now. AUD USD. I can try to look at this in a minute. Like brick. AUDUSD. So what do we see? Border right there. Like we're in the third phase. I don't think it hasn't even touched the border yet. So I don't think so. I don't know why the trend line's there. But all right, so what could we? I don't need that no more. We already know this is our border right there, so I don't even need these colors anymore. Just duplicate this drawing, put that right up there. Change that color. Something. This must be our other border to the downside. Blue. Take this shit off. Take that off. Alright. Okay, cool. Okay, to figure out these colors, baby. These colors, too many colors, man. Can't take that shit. Alright, so what do we see? Actually, zoom out. Let's go to the monthly real quick. Let's go to the monthly a little bit. So this is what we see on the monthly. So why do we have the rejection? How do I do that? Let's just look, baby. What do we see? Rejection, 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 rejection. Oh, look, rejection, huh?
Mm-hmm.
There's our border right there. We already had this lower high right here. We had the rejection right here. So I'm definitely to the upside. I mean, shit, this is just obvious. Jesus, it's obvious. Doesn't mean it's currently going to go to upside now, but I mean, you know. There's no such thing as a perfect trend line. There's no such thing as a trend line from this to that to this to that. There's no such thing. The market is a $6 trillion a day industry. They're not gonna fucking nobody draws a trend line where the market says, hey, you know what, we're gonna stop this price exactly at 75.81. That's why we have trend zones. That's why we draw them like this, or we draw them up here. We have areas a possible rejection and within a trend zone. So there's no such thing as a trend zone. Well, there's no such thing as a trend line, trend zone. But you already know that. But all right. So that's one. So that's the monthly. So we already explained why we see this. Okay. So we know why we see this. Let's go to the weekly. We see it a little more clearly, right? Hello?
Yeah, baby.
Did you hear me?
What'd you say? The computer went out.
Oh,
Hello?
yeah. Um, so do we see exactly why we see all this area right here? So we see why this transpired right here,
Yeah.
right of rejection. Okay, so we see that. Okay, good. I just want to make sure we see this. We don't have to draw that many lines. This price line only represents strong areas of rejection. This blue line, blue box is our border, pretty much. Red, I don't even know why that red is there. I'm assuming because I have no idea. I gotta look. I gotta go down to the chart. That might be something from the 4 hour. I have no clue why that red's there. I know why this is here. This is here because of this little phase right here. This 1, 2. Anyways, so we're gonna go to the daily. But as you see, I have this moving average on here. I don't even know why I have it on. I'm so used to having it on here. I don't even look at it or use it. But you just need a line, maybe a trend line, and a zone, and your eyes.
Yeah.
Beautiful ass eyes.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. So okay, okay, okay. Oh, what the fuck I do this? All right. So this needs to go. I don't know why that's there. Why is this there? This must be so that's when. Oh, okay, I see. Because this is okay. All right. Well, what do we see? So if we're bullish, if we are bullish, we're looking for buy scenarios only, not sell scenarios. If we are looking for sell scenarios, a quick sell scenario. So we have price here, here. All this area is our area of rejection, pretty much right here. So let's just move this box down. Let's move it right there. So could I see the AUD USD lowering? I definitely can. I could definitely see it dropping maybe another 100 pips. I can definitely see that happening. So let's move forward with it. Okay. So we have our trend zone. We have our rejections right here. We have our biases to the upside. So what currently is price doing right now? So this, yeah, 4 hour chart. Price came. Oops. Price has come here, obviously, in this, you know, came all the way back up here, and came back down, and came back up. But obviously, if we look closely, we had this high, we got this drop, we got this break, but this came right back into this previous little area, this phase, drop right back down. And as you see right now, it's in a bullish movement. You have this area here, and you have this break pretty much right there. So, what does this mean? Does this mean because this did this that it's going to do this? Well, not exactly, because you have to look at, okay, cool, where are we coming from? What's the least path to resistance? All those type questions. So, if my border is down there, this goes back to the USJPY. Sometimes you might feel like, Sean, well, why did you buy here? Or why did you not buy here? Or why would you buy here? Because I don't feel like it's done rallying to the downside. I don't feel like you see this. I don't feel like it's done, doing this and coming up and coming up. I think it's going to do this. I don't think it's done yet because my phase, my border, it's not. Has the price hasn't even gotten there yet for me to see the rejection. Where is the rejection coming from? So here's another thing. Where is it coming from? If I was to draw this here and bring this down, where is this coming from? Let's go back and look. It's coming from this. This is not enough for me to say this is going to go all the way back up. But if price was here, this is a lot better for me to see where there's a lot of activity going, a lot of orders being filled that says price could potentially go up. I don't know what the fuck that was at, but oh well. So if I was to get into this trade, if I'm looking to get an AUD USD, what would I be looking to do? Well, let's see. Where could we potentially get set up at? Obviously, price broke here. Well, sorry, price broke here actually. So pretty much this area right here was where I'd have been looking to get in. My entry would have been somewhere probably right there. That would have been an entry for me to do what? To
Mhm.
break this right there. To obviously break this. This will be another just like that. Well, sorry, just to kind of like it may come up a little bit, then come down. And as you see, it's all it's gonna do is just fall right in line with it. Then I'll be looking for, obviously something like this. You might see the push here, but then you might get this little push right there. And this will be the entry for your demand buy back up to the upside. And that will be our phase right there. We got phase. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So just because sometimes you do see market structure acting as what it's supposed to do, or how it forms, doesn't always necessarily mean that's what's going to transpire. All other things have to fall into play when you're doing it. When you're looking at price, obviously, I'm thinking it's going to get down here because this is where I really see solid structure here, where I can see price turning in price. So if I do see that, I'm going to trade the market structure as it is currently right now, which is this is coming. It's going to pretty much follow along with this phase. It's going to pretty much come back into this phase and come right down to this border. AUD USD. Did that make sense, baby? All that, all that good stuff on that.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, baby, I do see that price is forming. Obviously it came down and obviously broke. But what really happened? I mean, Did it really? I mean, this was really an area. This is really our last supply right there. And since I feel like it's got more room to get down to our speculated area, that's what I'm looking at. You don't need anything but your eyes, some lines, a box. That's it. Like, come on. I mean, I'm pretty sure, but you ever seen this before? What is that? Oh, you fucking shitting me. Huh? Oh, okay. There you go. Another one tripper. You ever seen these before?
Uh. Yeah. What you? Yeah. Of course.
Okay. There's a guy named God Bollinger. That was his last name, but fuck him remember his damn first name. But he made these stupid ass fucking Bollinger bands, right? So, the reason I'm gonna show you this for tell you why I'm showing you this, but God, it's been so long since I've even been in here. A B C D E F G. What the alphabets? Shit. Okay. Here we go. I found it. You ever seen that?
No, I haven't.
Okay. This shit looks weird as fuck, don't it?
Yeah, it really does.
All right. What this is really designed to do is, oh god, when price enters these little clouds, that means that's some type of resistance. Like it's supposed to just come here and stop and sell back down, which it did, kinda. But who the fuck am I? Baby, come on, it's like a fucking thunder. It's like some like
A
a.
mountain.
This looks horrible. Well, you can actually color this shit, but this is what people use in their charts. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because you don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Because all it is just your eyes. Your eyes. This is funny. I don't think I've looked at this shit in a long time. Alright. They give me an R sign. I'll take this shit off. Remove. What? Go back. Alright, so right now, obviously I know you know exactly what the RSI is. You should know it. Well, maybe what actually, even if you didn't know, that's good that you don't know shit. But um I don't think anybody really needs to know this now. Or the stochastic. Remember when Eddie used to trade with stochastic slow? That was funny, man. Those were days. Alright. So you do know that people use shit like this, right? Together? Can you hear me, baby?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, so you see what I just drew right here?
Mhm.
All this looks like, right? Do you believe in your eyes, in your mind, that you could have known that this was gonna do this and go up at the same time while the market was moving? Did you ever believe that it was gonna show it to you perfectly like this at the moment? Like it was gonna just boop 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 boop. Nope. It shows it to you afterwards when it's already done. There's nothing you can do about it. You already see the move, and it now shows you the move once it's over. So anytime somebody has an indicator in their chart, or anytime somebody has this bullshit in their chart, I know that the entries are just late. It's late as shit. There's no way. There's no way in hell. This baby, look. There's no way that somebody could see this on the RSI right now. Nobody would know this is the border on the stochastic. Nobody. It's impossible. Not gonna fucking know. How you gonna know that? But your eyes can tell you that once you've been exposed to certain information and you open up your mind, now you know that without even using anything that's gonna help you or give you some type of cheat code. Because ain't no such
Mhm.
codes in trading that I heard that I know of. Ain't no such thing. Pound USD. I don't know why. Oh, this might have been for what's his name? Trying to get it, Jason. I can already see why. I could just tell when I drew, when I wrote that it looked like I was trying to dummy it down for somebody. All right, daily. Here's our daily move. This needs to go. Daily move, baby. So So what do we see on the pound USD? I don't know what that is. That must be from the daily. This is a.
Mhm.
We see price moving into this huge area at one point, right?
Yeah.
So, do I really believe that price is gonna go through this and break all this? No, I honestly don't. I don't give a fuck what the sentiment is. I don't see that shit happening. But what I do see is this gap being filled in. That's why I had this right here. I do see this gap possible sell scenario that I have drawn right here. And I have a price level right here where I'll be looking to buy it at. I already did this, obviously. So I have the pound still moving down to the downside. Now, let's break this down, baby. Why do I have the pound moving to the downside? Why is it not just going to just go up into infinity? Well, we already know that when price gets here, we may be potentially looking to take it down, right?
Yep.
But we don't know that yet for sure because the market hasn't really told us yet. They're still in the uptrend. You see it coming down, but that's only to get it set up for this to take it back up. So how do we know that price is coming down and we don't know it's not going to go back up? So let's go down to the 4 hour real quick. We can see the daily chart. We can do this from the daily chart first. We see this double top right here, this little double top right there, and then we see price break this little area right there. That's why you had to sell right there. Then obviously it comes back, sells right there. So now we have this nice break and it's right there. So let's look at the most recent data. Recent data is what we like to call it. Recent, relevant, trend line. What's relevant right now? This is relevant, baby. That's relevant. Do I need any other zones? Not really. I got a zone here and I got a zone here. I don't really need any more. I don't really need any other zones. Everything else is just entry into the zones. So if I feel like price is gonna get here, let's zoom this out like a little bit. As you see, this broke out. All this area at some point, just broke out. So this was in a whole new phase by itself, baby. But there's times, there's times where price will dip further into our area of our last phase. I mean, how it does that sometimes. Doesn't always. Sometimes it'll come here and come out, or just come all the way through.
Yeah.
So that's fine though. How do we know that's going to happen? We don't know. But in my eyes, there's too much trading activity in this area for me to believe that it's just going to stop here, this little wick.
Yeah.
So you see this fresh trend line. So we're in a downtrend. Relevant information is downtrend. So we don't need this big ass. Well, hold on. We don't need this. How do we get set up on this trade? Now, honestly, I know my boy, he got in right here some point ago. I know. I remember when it was right here. I remember this shit was right here. But I'll do that. That's what we at, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So let's zoom in because we're bearish right now. We're under this. We're under the trend line. I didn't even draw the Fibonacci's, but I mean, it really doesn't really matter because if I draw it, it's going to come somewhere. If I draw from this, maybe previous, I'm trying to find a low to a high. So this is pretty much the last. I could draw. This is fine. That's fine. I can do it like that. So let's zoom this in. We're bearish. We see, sorry, go back out. We see that this is a whole phase in itself. We see this isn't a phase by itself, but price always attracts itself back to itself. So price came from here to there. We know that at some point it's gonna try. It's got to get back down there to fake us all out to go back up there. Remember, bearish confirms buys. Buys confirm bearish. So when you see a market going down like that, that's to me confirming it's about to go up.
Yep.
So this little phase is nothing. This is going to get broken because we have all this area down here to come grab, come get some. So this is a scenario where I only take a sell just to get set up for the buy. So let's zoom in. We're on a 4 hour now. If price dipped here, it came here, obviously price came right there, it came up, and then it came down here. Where is our area that we would potentially be looking to get in a sell? So for me, I will only sell right there. Do you see why I would sell right there? Baby.
Yes, baby.
Do you see why I would sell right there?
Of course.
Okay.
Market structure. It already broke through the demand. So now it's pulling back to that supply. Market structure, baby.
Yeah. Definitely. So we have this whole area. This really is the area that I was interested in. Really right here. This whole area right there. And this is this. This is stronger. Boom. Boom. Once this actually got broken, I'm looking for price to get here to get there. And once price does get there, what are we looking for price to do? So obviously it's here, but I'm going to be looking for price to take it to our next area of structure, which will be down somewhere in this area right here. So that is a potential move of about 284 pips to the downside. That's a great buy. That's a great sell scenario. Definitely a great sell. It's right under our trend line. Even if price wanted to push up, but it's right at the 52. We got confluent with the 50. I didn't know that, baby. That's true to Fibonacci. This is areas of confluence. But why would I not get out right here? Well, I don't know if price will continue to get down there, but I do know that I do know that if I wanted to take profit area, then I would probably actually I'm gonna make this. No, I don't need that. I can remember. Delete that. If I wanted to take profit area, uh, how fuck? What's today? Today is the 6th. I need 7 days. Hold on. I'm like. So I will really want this high. Let's make this high as well. It's right at the same. Hmm. You know I'm laughing, baby.
Because you knew the area before you even drew the Fibonacci. You even
Exactly.
did the days on there, yeah.
Exactly. All you need is your eyes. Your eyes, baby. Just your eyes. I don't like I show you or I show people anybody these things. These are just tools, not necessarily you have to always use them, but they're just tools that help you visualize the market and see it and interpret it. But you really don't really fucking need it. I mean, no bullshit. Like I didn't know this. I swear, I promise you I didn't know. But what I saw was I saw this. I saw this and I saw this area right there. And I knew that area right there was a pretty good solid area because it was the area of resistance. Your least path to resistance. It's called an LPR. That's how Will Busby taught me. But least path to resistance. And a lot of the times the Fibonacci's, and he loves the Fibonacci's, the gold, he calls it the golden eye, whatever he calls that shit. Um, you can see all this shit on naked charts. Just no bullshit. I'm doing it right now. I just drew that other Fibonacci on there, and it came up with the 50 right at my entry. I didn't know that. It just years. So right here will be my optimal exit. Not saying that it's gonna buy from here, but if I had to take profit to get set up on a buy scenario somewhere down here, you know, it wouldn't surprise me, obviously to see price maybe obviously get here and see if we can get a sell somewhere or somewhere right there. This whole area I'm looking for buy signals, buy scenarios to get set up. So that's a good 288 pip move from here to here. And if price does get here, great. If price does not get here and obviously rejected here, oh well, that's fine. But we're looking for high probability scenarios.
Yeah, I like that.
You like that?
Yep.
I like you.
I like you too.
It's like your high school, right? You're like, yeah, babe, I like you. I like you too. You gonna go to prom with me or not? Nah, nigga, I'm not.
Do you like me? Circle yes or no.
Is this what we pass a note in the class?
Hmm.
I'm sucking yes. Gotta make sure the teacher don't catch us, yo. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and then get up, go get a tissue, whole time is my back pocket. I'm gonna find a trash can and I'm gonna take the nearest way next to you, drop that joint off next to you, go blow my nose, sit down. This coming from a student who's highly thinking about ways to get around and get over teachers.
Hmm.
See how I thought that whole thing out.
Yep.
Yes, $6 USD. Come on, is there a pair you want me to look at, baby? Or
Uh,
oh shit,
nah,
nothing.
nope. I mean, cause I'm just a little sleepy right now, so I'm like trying to stay awake. I feel like a motherfucker.
You sleepy? You don't need no more sleep, girl.
I took some cough medicine.
Why you tell me you was sick, baby?
I'm not. I kind of, how you kind of can feel something coming on. You like, let me go ahead and get and take something before I just really not feel good.
Yeah, you want me to worry about you?
Nah, then I know how you are. And then it's storming tonight and everything.
No, really? Damn, man. Yeah, you know how I am. Like I don't. Yeah, let me play that shit with you. I want.
Mm,
Nigga, I'm
taking
coming out. I'm about to be down there anyway. I'm like, look, babe, what you need? Um,
it's I be working around so many people, so I be having to just kind of like get that shit gone as soon as I feel it.
I feel you on that one. You right about that. Um,
I wanted to look at I wanted you to look at the AUD CAD real quickly too though.
okay. Look at that go. Ooh.
That goes off the chain.
I drew this. You know how long I drew this, man. I think I did.
I like
We got videos of this where this is right here. The price is all the way over here, like right here. It's amazing. AUD CAD. I had looked at this damn shit so long, I could tell. Look at that, baby. Look at that bullish. Woo. Mm. All right. The way this move just happened, so we're probably not gonna see no entry. But let's go back and see. So we had this 01. So this is the CAD, you know, right now as you see it. This is it. This, this is all. This is what was this? Oh, 2012? Okay. This is easy.
Mhm.
This is how this is a monthly type order. Monthly, baby. This AUD CAD pretty easy, yo. It's like in one fucking area. I like that. Don't barely move much. It don't do nothing really except when it was here it did this crazy shit in 2001. This must have been September 11th. Somewhere 2011, June, no. But it was some type of catastrophic news. If I was to go back and look at Forex Factory, I'm pretty sure it'll tell me something. This needs to be a little less. Okay, so we identify our border. So let's go down to that weekly. Identify the border. So this is pretty much like the USD Swiss franc, pretty much an oscillating market. So you're gonna get a lot of ups and downs, ups and downs. So we have a small zone, pretty much, right there. Then we have obviously a higher zone, which is right there. Actually, this don't even have to be that big. This could be a little smaller. Yeah, that's cool. Right there. So let's dig in a little bit with this AUD CAD. So where's our next area? So we have borders. We have this whole area. So we gotta zoom in a little bit. So what do we see? There's our border one. We got to dip back into the border. We have the rise. Then we have this again. Dip right back into this border. So why exactly did it dip right here? Well, you see it's coming right from this phase, right from this phase. All this area is being respected right there. You get the dip right in there. Now, where are we at now? We are now in this phase currently right here. So I'm just going to keep, so that reason why I drew like this, as you can see it. So let's delete all this shit. So right here, this is where we're currently at right now. So typically what I want to do is, I don't really want to keep that like that. I just do that. Keep this like this. Duplicate it. Put this right there. So this whole area right here just got taken the fuck out. All this got taken out.
Mhm.
Gotta look at, since it passed all this area, where is it going? Where could it get to? So now we gotta go back to the weekly. We need more data, baby. We need more data, right?
Yep.
Where's a higher probability area we could be looking for price to turn? Obviously not right here. Maybe right here. Um, Price could definitely get. This is a long fucking ways away, but it could still get there. But I wouldn't be looking for any type of sell scenarios anyway until I'm pretty much right this area.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty much in this area because I'm already in this phase. I'm out of this phase. We're in a new phase. But where could this phase potentially go and stop and do all that extra shit it likes to do? So let's look at structure real quick because that kind of tell you a little bit. So what do we see? We have price was broken. I'll look a little closer. So obviously what we got. So we had this nice move. We got this nice move, this nice move. We got this break. We got the retest right here. All that. That retested all this zone right here. This on the daily, so it's going to be a little bit more clunked up candles. Then obviously we have the move up, the move down. But we still in this trend line, right? Had to move
Yep.
up, had to move down, had to move up. So obviously we're looking, our entry is definitely going to be right here. I think that's where we initially had our entry, right? Somewhere right in this area.
Yeah.
Okay. So price is here. So what could price looking to return next? Maybe right here. We can potentially be looking for a sell scenario. But does that mean that price is gonna do this? No. I still think price is definitely gonna get somewhere back up here. But if I had to, you know, delete all this stuff right here. So if you see right now where price is at right now, you see the entry. Our entry at some point, baby, is going to stay. It's going to be pretty much right here. It's going to stay pretty much right there. Once this price is broken, I'm entering right here. So when price does decide to get his ass back down there, I will be ready and I will be set up until it shows me something else in the process of the structure what it's doing. But you see right now, it's really just, just doing its thing. It's up here. Oops. It's up, let's just like this. So it's up. So there's your demand zone right here. This could be an entry for somebody if their bias is still to the upside. I personally wouldn't enter right here because it's just in the middle. If I saw this scenario down here, which is what you see, you got this scenario up here, and then you got this right back to the border. Then I'd have took the buy. That makes sense.
Yep.
But because not saying that it won't continue to go up from here and just keep buying and buying and going up, but I feel like I told you if you're looking at market structure, it needs to be in alliance with some type of border, some type of phase, some type of strong zone, some type of indication that matches your bias. And if we're bullish and this is a good area of supply and demand, a good area where structure was violated as well, that's all we need to know. And if I was to step back and if I was to put this on a 4 hour, no, put this, no, okay. If I was to draw Fibonacci from this high to this low, what do we know?
Yeah.
Right at the 50, right?
Mhm.
Can't make this shit up, baby. But I didn't need to draw that to know that I knew that was somewhere going to be in the 50 or the 61.8, somewhere in that area. So that was all. I mean, that was pretty much that was it. I mean, I could keep going, but you're tired.
Yeah. I already know.
You know,
What
I,
time you gotta get up, baby?
what you say?
How you gotta get up?
You said, honey, got a dip.
And I said, what time do you have to get up?
like like 7 o'clock, 6:45.
Mm.
It's some bullshit. But yeah, 7 o'clock, 6:45. Definitely, I gotta get up at some point. Um, you know, it is what it is. I just gotta just get through it, baby.
Yeah.
Just gotta get through it. As much as I miss you. Oh God, it's good to see you, man. I just want to be my girl. I just want to be my baby, man. Just want to be my baby. That's all. This shit looks terrible.
And why is it gapping so much? It's like gapping every week.
Um, yeah, that's a good ass fucking question, baby. Like it's been gapping. I'm not sure if it's this particular asset, this one, or if I need to go to the X. Was it a T? I don't even know what the fucking the Bitcoin symbol. It's another Bitcoin symbol. There you go. It's still gapping on this one. So Yeah, it's gapping, baby. But it's gapping to the upside though. So people probably think that Bitcoin's gonna keep buying, 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 which I don't agree. I just don't know if it's ready in my eyes. But it needs if it breaks this area, obviously you you can see kind of like some area of structure right here because you see that obviously this area is being respected right there.
Mm-hmm.
So you already see that once the area dipped down and you see it came up, it's coming down. Now obviously what could happen is this could obviously do that. So this is a clear entry right here for me if I want to get in right there. That'd be where I'd be looking to get in at.
Mm-hmm.
To take that to the upside in confluence with this border right here, this zone, this Fibonacci, and obviously, last but not least, you can see a more relevant trend line. Does that make sense, baby?
Yeah, it does.
So now that you understand all these things, you pretty much, you just been on your way of becoming like this master trader
I know, right? I'm so happy. Thank God.
because you can clearly see you can see why I'm doing everything I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't think I've done anything on this call or this webinar where you feel like damn I'm confused.
No, hell no.
Yeah, you pretty much good though.
Yeah, it's actually common sense, and you know, is getting you know to feel like it's kind of it's kind of like you'll break it down so much it almost feels a little elementary. Like, babe, you ain't got to break it down that far no more. Like you done already taught me that shit. We could just kind of glide through.
Man, I always gotta go through it like that because
Repetition like that though. So it's a good thing because it also lets me know like, okay, you definitely know what you're seeing now. Cause like a lot of times when before you even mark it or say it, I'm already, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying it with you or already saying it. You know what I'm saying? So
you already know what I'm about to do.
yeah, exactly. So that's a good thing. Like it's almost like I'd be so happy to see that you thinking like that we're thinking alike, and I'm like, damn, I'm saying that shit just like him.
hmm we're seeing some of the same things, and on top of that, like I don't know if I ever really go in deep with you with the with the monthly chart like that, but the monthly chart really just you get to really really see this shit broken down. Really,
Yeah, that was good. I like that you incorporating that monthly in there.
the monthly it gives you the bigger picture. I mean, if you look at it just on this chart right here, I mean, it came out of here. Where has it came back to? This area reject, this area reject, this area reject, and then you do reject it right here. And now you're going up to the upside. So if you look closely, what do you really actually see? You see price moving past this point. So most likely you're going to see price probably get somewhere up into this. You'll probably see price get up into this area.
Yeah.
And if you see that, if you see that happening just earlier, I mean, you had price pretty much just. Oh, I mean, this is beautiful. I mean, you see this clear as day. This is awesome. Because if I zoom all the way in, baby, that right there is a structure high that it just broke.
Hmm.
What did it actually do though? It came down, it broke it, came up, came back down, broke that, retested that. Is that bow? There you go. That was an easy. This is an easy 100 pips just from this move right there. Just from this little move, 100 pips. So when I told you I combine like my man Eddie and Will, I wasn't playing. because that's exactly how. Like it's funny because what I learned through the phases and all this shit was all through Eddie. All this area, these phases,
Mm-hmm.
all this shit right here was all through Eddie. These little zones, you can see all this baby without even zooming in. You can just see this shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But what actually took it over the top was when I learned from Will Busby was about fresh supply and demand. And, you know, that's real key. And you can obviously see the fresh supply right there because it's like if you ever notice this, if you ever see this, if you see this high right here and you see this kind of coming up and you see this just like this, and then you get this, you get this break right here. Of course,
Yeah.
you got the entry right there. Then you got the entry again. There you go. And if the crazy thing is the market structure, the way I do this fresh supply and demand, it actually explains and breaks down how these phases even form in the first place. So I'm glad all this has came together for you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a job. I feel like, you know, I did a good job. I'm
Yeah, you always do a good job, baby.
gonna marry you, Shay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna marry you, man. Know that. We're gonna be a married couple, two fucking traders in the house. It's
Feeling
just a matter. I've been doing it for 6 years. Like this is my 6 year in this industry, whatever. And you know, you've been at it for almost 2 years, and
yeah.
you have information that I took years to learn, man. And the fact that you have it in within under 2 years is amazing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you took this and you did that. You know what I'm saying? You learned it. You know what I'm saying? You definitely wasn't playing no games.
Nah, I wanted it bad. I had to have it.
I know.
It was
Yeah,
just
I know.
lifestyle attractive to me. I'm like, man, that's gonna have me super free, financially free, time free, just everything.
I know, babe. Free enough for I can marry you. You know, you have all my babies and shit. You know, yup, with a plural, and you travel the world and spread the word.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Love,
With the kids,
love, 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 love.
huh?
I like that. I love it.
That's good. And I'm very and I you know like I said before, you know what I'm saying, like this stuff isn't always the easiest thing to learn. Obviously, this is to me it's like a 4 year degree in my eyes. It's like a fucking
Yeah,
degree, and
it is.
you still need some college. You still need some college graduate, like some. You need some graduate school too with this bitch too sometimes. But some people just good with undergrad. I needed a master's in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you know everything I taught you. You know, I feel like you also have your own little way to it. I'm not sure if you analyze it exactly like how I just did it in this hour, but I pretty much feel like you got your own little flavor to it.
Yeah, I do.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, you draw a little bit more than I do on my charts. I try to keep it like you know, like one line. If I can. I try.
Mhm.
I try. Man, I hate them fucking. I hate box. I hate drawing shit on these charts, baby. So you know, but all those little lines I do draw, I know I draw a little elementary for you because I try to. I just want you to visually see the structure.
Yeah, of course. I appreciate you for breaking it down like that.
So
Because it still need to be repetitive. So I'm just happy to have it just pounded in. So it's like like as soon as I look at the charts, I can automatically see that and know that.
and you know, and I want you to know that just because you might see that, like you know, like here's an example. Like if you see before you go, this is a perfect example. I'm just gonna zoom this and take it to the left because I want you to know that just because you do see it sometimes. Hold on, let's go to the left. My bad. I'm trying to get this back. There you go. All right. So this is obviously where you see the turn of price, right?
Yeah.
Now, why? Oops. Let's see. Why didn't price turn? Let's say right there. And this is important too. So let's go zoom to the left. So, oh shit. Oops. I'm on a 4 hour. I'm on a 4 hour. We get to the weekly. Let's look at the weekly. This is our weekly. All right. So they're not far away from each other, but there's a difference I can see already. You got price. Price is leaning here. This is here. And this is here. So if I zoom in, you see how this is right. You see how this is up here and this is down here, right? So
Yeah.
I have rejection just right here in this area, more rejection than you have right here. So it's like if you look to the left, it's pretty much not ready yet. There's still
Mhm.
yeah, there's still more and more time for that price to keep going to the downside. So it's like so basically the reason why I brought that up is because somebody might see this, right? They might see this and they see this. So they think that when price comes here, it's going to do this. That makes sense, baby?
Yep.
So the reason why it does not do that is because that's not an area where the buyers, where enough strong buyers are looking to take over the sellers and push the price to the upside. It just wasn't ready yet. But then when they finally got ready, that's when you start to see this. So it's like that's why I always tell people, I say, look, if the phases are important, the bigger phases are important, but the market structure is really what makes the phases. But you want to always have your sentiment, and you always want to know where your borders are and your big phases are first, and then from there you can break it down in and start seeing where you see fresh supply and demand at, where you can potentially get in and have your bias in the same direction. That makes sense. So when price did push down, I said price does push. It makes its final push, right? It makes its final push, and that's when you see the break right here. So if you have a confluence with a border, a good strong zone with structure alone, there you go. Take that trade.
Yeah.
Lift off. This is about 300 pips right there. And even though it came down, it might have scared people, but it's okay because you still had this area right there that did not break. That's another entry right there. Take it to the upside. It just does this thing all the way from there. I'm not sure where you got in or where your entry was, but you know, there you go. I think your entry was right here. I think you got in like right here. I think you did. Somewhere you got in somewhere down there. But that's it, baby.
Yeah. Thank you, baby, for going over the charts with me tonight. I'm actually sleepy as heck. I'm gonna go and take it in.
I just want to lay with you.
Okay. So, sleep, baby.
Well, you go ahead and you get your sleep.
Thank you, baby.
I miss you, man. Just hit me up. Sometime. Well, I can't really talk much, but we can text.
Yeah, that'll be fine, babe. Don't forget to start recording this.
Oh yeah.